What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and in this episode of What the is going on here, we are going to hear Miss Cynthia herself tell us why she got a divorce. Stay tuned.
Announced that you were getting divorced, but Andy called you out. And what was the question that he asked you?
I think he asked me, he said he was sorry to hear that I was going through a divorce. And I think he asked me if there was anything I wanted to share. And I thanked everyone for their love and well wishes. And then I shared with him that I didn't have anything else that I wanted to share.
That's what you know what? You're like, no, don't kick rocks.
None your business. None your business.
I mean, that was literally the day before. We did our joint statement the day before.
Why did you choose? Because we just watched Potomac, which we'll talk about on our next episode. Okay. But we were just talking about the joint statement releasing. Why did you guys choose that date?
Well, we chose that date because our anniversary was, we were gonna do it that week anyway. That's
okay.
Number one. Okay. Number two, our wedding anniversary was 10/10/22, and we didn't post anything on our wedding anniversary for the obvious reasons. Okay. So what happened was and we haven't posted each other in a while anyway. So people were already starting to speculate. And when we didn't, post anything, you guys know how I am. Things were good. I would have did a reel. I would have taken all the way back to baby pictures. Like I'm so extra. Like I'm like hashtag chill. Oh my God, head over heels. Like I would have been like wearing you guys out. Okay. So when that didn't happen, then the speculation went really crazy, and all the blogs started reaching out to our PR teams, like what's going on. And I wanted it to be the Friday that BravoCon started, because I just really didn't I wanted some of that BravoCon press to soak up there's so many other
it's like the same day that couldn't you have chosen the same day that Giselle and Tom broke up? Like that would have been a good day.
I know. I was trying to get our little announcement get absorbed into some of this Bravo Liberty stuff and just kind of go. And then also my friends who work in the industry, they're like, do it over a weekend, because the weekends things kind of aren't like a big deal, and they come time Monday, Tuesday hits.
They get lost.
We're trying to be strategic, but because we didn't do a wedding post, what ended up happening was everyone just started running with stuff, and then they just started calling me Direct Entertainment Tonight and people, because I'm friends with a lot of those people over there. So anyway, so I was like, you know what, we got to go ahead and just drop this thing, because they're just picking up stuff.
I can hear it in your voice as being someone that's lived in a hallway with you. As Celebrity Big Brother, I can still hear that little, the sadness in your voice, the quiver, all of those things. And I know that it's hard to talk about. What is giving you strength right now? What advice would you give to your daughter, going forward on love? And what was the kind of final straw?
Okay, let's go back to the quiver.
Okay.
The quiver is a couple of things. I am, I do have good days and bad days. I don't think either one of us regret our decision to move forward in the way we have decided to move forward. But it's still it's not final yet. We're still going through the process. So we're still technically married. So there's just, for me, there's still just a lot of respect stuff on my end that I still feel like, he's my husband. So, he technically is my husband. And, I took my ring off the day of the announcement, but until then I had it on all this time, although, we were going through some things. I don't know. It's just weird, you guys. It's just weird. And today is I'm happy today, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little emotional today. And I don't even know if it's just really about that, but I don't know. It's just,
I think it's it's a holiday. You guys probably would do something together, go to a party. Are you guys on good terms? Do you speak a lot, or is it
very much? So. I actually,
that's good. I don't know what that'd be like to have an ex-husband I was on good terms with.
I don't want to go have sushi with him tonight or anything like that. But there's still a lot of, husband and wife stuff that we have to deal with like health insurance, like just stuff that, like, hey, am I still on the insurance? I'm trying to get a mammogram tomorrow. I want to make sure everything goes through.
Yeah. And as somebody who throughout my marriage, like I can say I've had extreme highs and lows, like not, that I've talked about it so openly, but there has been times where I was like, I don't know that I could do this anymore. And then we keep going through, like we figured out, we go to therapy, we do this. And then it's like, you're having these highs for a while. And then it keeps going. What was the final straw for you that you were like, I can't do this anymore?
I feel like we weren't friends anymore. I felt like it was just going toward that, like, we're just not going to be friends if we didn't, pump the brakes. And, for me, this is not my first rodeo. Yeah. I think friendship is just has to be there in a marriage. Like, love is great. That friendship has to be there. I truly want to be with my best friend. And going back to your other question, Teddy, what has given me strength? Honestly, BravoCon helped a lot. When I love our fans. Like, I didn't even think about it for 3 days because I was too damn tired to think about it.
I mean, we were exhausted.
Oh, and some of us were very drunk.
Tired and drunk. Okay. So that was just a welcome, nice distraction from it all. And just even like going back to the fans, they were just they just literally lifted me up in a blaze of glory. I'm surprised it's not like pictures of me just crying at this point, because it was hard to, stay, keep a straight face with, just not like get emotional in front of them, because like they've been there, I kind of, brought everyone along for the ride a little bit. I was super excited with them, Mike, to say the least. So.
Do you think you were love bombed in any way?
Yeah, but I like a good love bomb, but I just wanted to like continue.
For sure.
I want to be love bomb for the rest of my life. I don't want it to like,
right. Not for a season.
Yeah.
How long were you guys together? Not married, but married.
We were dating for like about 2.5 years before, and married right for 2 years. Yeah. Right.
So you were together for a while.
Yeah, we were. You know what? I think that after being married once, Peter and I were married for 8 years. And I think for us, even some of that, like, I felt like we probably should have ended it earlier than we did, or sooner than we did. But I just was like, it was the first marriage. So I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm doing this right. Is it supposed to be this hard? Like, you just feel like such a failure if you just give up. So we just rode it out until.
So y'all, let me first say, Teddy Mellencamp is a negative Nancy about sis is pressed and upset because she is not on the Housewives of Beverly Hills anymore. Like, I'm gonna need her to just let that part of her life go. It is so sad. Like, it was evident throughout this entire interview. But anyway, we ain't here to talk about sis. We are here to talk about Miss Cynthia. So in my opinion, y'all, from listening to what Cynthia had to say, I feel like Cynthia is still dealing with some unresolved trauma from being let go from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I think that her marriage is an innocent bystander of such, because if you listen, she said that she didn't even want to tell everybody about her marriage dissolving until BravoCon, so that she could soak up some of the, press from that. And my thing is, if this is something that you're breaking up your marriage because you just realize this is not going to work for you, or whatever the case may be, I'm not concerned about talking about it during an event, a big event that I was once on a TV show concerning. Like, I didn't understand that. And then she says she just feels like they weren't friends anymore. And I would task her to see if she was doing the work, because marriage is not easy. And she talked about how, if you guys go and listen to the rest of the podcast, it's called Two T's in a Pod. And it's Tamra Judge and Teddy Mellencamp, okay? So she says that they weren't friends anymore. And, she said that she felt like in the interview, she even disclosed that she felt like she should have ended her marriage even sooner with Peter. But since it was her first marriage, she didn't want to feel like she was a failure and she didn't try. And I'm like, Cynthia, there were obvious, red flags in the marriage with Peter that we were privy to on TV. But I feel like somehow with Mike, honestly, in my opinion, Cynthia didn't deal with her absence from the Real Housewives very well. I really don't think that she did. And she even talked about throughout the episode, you know, what would happen if she was to go back to the show. Like, she's always going to keep her house in Atlanta, basically alluding to the fact that she would want to go back on the show if allowed. Then they even talked about her doing a, you know, crossover or going to the Beverly Hills Housewives, because she has, you know, she lives in LA sometimes too. And she even toyed with the idea of being a friend on both shows. She would be willing to do that. I guess she feels like if she's a friend on 2 different franchises, it would equal up to her full housewife salary. So she didn't want to be a friend on Atlanta, but she'll be willing to be a friend on 2 different franchises. And she want to be the first person to be able to do that. And she thinks that would be a great idea. But however, getting to the point, I feel like, Cynthia needs to, they didn't even try therapy. Like, I wonder if Mike even tried to fight for this. Like, I feel like Cynthia is probably dealing with so much unresolved trauma from her being fired from the franchise, or, you know, reduced to a friend after her being on for so long. And I can understand that that can be challenging, but that's not something that you should let kind of seep over into your personal life. Like, it's just a change in your life that you have to deal with. And I don't know if maybe she feels like her going to LA, or him living in LA and not moving to Atlanta with her, was a part of the demise of her role in the show. Who knows? But I don't see such a breakdown in their relationship, other than, you know, if he was possibly cheating, which it doesn't seem like that's what he was doing. I don't see why your marriage is over. You're talking about you guys aren't friends. Friendships are rekindled all the time. There are friends that have been friends for a long time and they don't see each other, but, you know, you figure out how to fix it and pick up right where you left off. So, Cynthia, I just don't buy it. I think that's a load of BS. I think that you're not good in relationships. I think that you are not a compromiser. And I think that you are very selfish in a relationship. Now, I don't know what Mike could have possibly been doing. You know, maybe you feel like he hasn't relinquished enough to make you feel comfortable. Who knows? But for a man that waited that long to get married because he saw something in you, and you seem to be a runaway bride to me. Like, you just give off my way or the highway. And that is definitely not something that is going to work in any relationship, more or less a marriage. Okay. So, you know, whatever, at the end of the day, that's their life and that's what they're choosing to do. So I wish them all well. I wish them all happiness. I hope that Cynthia gets what she wants in the end, because for you to try to wait until BravoCon to even talk about this, but she's even stated that, you know, it kind of gave her away sooner than she wanted to, because their anniversary date came up before BravoCon. So I'm like, girl, I would be so heartbroken over my marriage ending. I wouldn't be worrying about no damn BravoCon. But whatever, girl, live your life, sis. And I hope you get back on Atlanta so it can make you, you know, skip down the yellow brick road again and happy. So, all right, y'all. Comment down below. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Cynthia is just being premature and getting out of her marriage? Do you think that this is a real reason to want to divorce your husband because you feel like you guys aren't friends anymore? And do you think that she's done the work to try to retain this relationship? All right, y'all, comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with other people that are wondering just what happened to Cynthia's marriage, y'all. All right, y'all, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.